Good morning. This is Pastor Jason of Kona Faith Center with the word for today. And the word for today is spirit memory. I love the Exodus story. There are so many awe-inspiring acts of God written in Exodus. I wonder how I would have responded. Now, of course, I would like to think I'd be like Joshua and Caleb, yeah. But I wonder if I would have complained about having to eat unleavened bread. What about applying the blood of the sacrifice to the doorposts and lintels? What's up with that? I wonder how bold I would have been in asking my Egyptian neighbors for their gold and silver. I would like to think that when I saw the cloud by day and the fire by night, that I'd be suitably impressed and in awe of God. That when I saw the waters of the Red Sea part, that I'd be able to think about the awesomeness of this God who did that, that my rejoicing in God's power would not be momentary because I saw a few dead Egyptian soldiers on the beach. What about the simple commands that Moses gave to the people? Keep his word in my mouth, his word before my eyes. I think this command holds today. How am I doing with that? Good, fine, okay, needs improvement. Well, maybe I should get real and ask the Lord what he thinks about how I'm doing with keeping his word before my eyes and in my mouth. And if I'm going to do so, I probably ought to get ready. I'm sure that he's going to have something to say. How about this one? Go out with confidence. Thanks, Mo. How am I doing with going out in confidence, Lord? Confidence? I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what's going on. How can I be confident? What about this one? Fear not. Stand firm. See the salvation of the Lord. Now, this one definitely sounds easier to me than it probably was. Fear not in the face of the most powerful army on earth breathing down my neck. Yeah, stand firm and don't shrink back. Well, Mo, I got experience with farming tools, with shepherding tools, and brick making and laying tools. And I'm sure that's just going to serve me really well against these armed Egyptian warriors who are experienced with mighty weapons of war. Yeah, shrink back, yeah. See the salvation of the Lord? Would I have even been able to look, much less see? The Lord fights for me. It's a good thing that he fights for me. Not sure I would be the last man standing if he didn't. Hold my peace, don't freak. Easier said than done in the face of all of this. See his great power. And the problem is I would have to overcome all kinds of shortcomings just to be able to stand and see his great power. So what's the point today, Pasta? Great question. The answer to the question is we don't know. We don't know how we're going to react until they're there. What we do know is how we can prepare ourselves. A church life, a word life, a prayer life, a worship life. I'm going to stop right there, though there are more. I would be willing to bet that most Christians, and even some who come to Kona Faith Center, don't consistently prepare themselves for the battle that is coming by consistent church participation, by consistent Bible reading, study, meditation, by consistent secret place prayer, by consistent personal worship. Pro athletes, especially the ones who excel, practice the basics consistently on a daily basis. They build muscle memory, meaning that by consistently doing the same motion over and over, you reach a point where you don't have to think about it, you just react. Typing might be a better example for us. I don't have to think about what letters I'm trying to type. I'm thinking about the words that I'm trying to type. I've developed muscle memory by consistent daily practice, so I don't have to think about typing. And the point is, by consistent daily practice of Christian disciplines, we build spirit memory so that when the battle comes, we don't have to think about it. We just respond without delay, without debate, without resistance to all that the Holy Spirit tells us to do. Whoa, I like that point. How about you? The word for today is spiritual memory. God bless. Check in tomorrow.